How old do you think old is? Do you feel old? I remember at 13 I thought that 30 was really old. At 30 I thought that 60 was really old. And now I think that 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 are perfectly healthy, normal, gorgeous, exciting ways to live at any age. So how do we go from I think that 30 is old to being an old lady like I am and being healthy and fitter, or healthier, fitter and stronger than I've ever been? And that was a question that somebody asked me, Rowie, how old do you feel? And I don't really know, because I love having life wisdom and life experience and all the amazing things that have happened in my life. So I'm really appreciative of having lived a very long time, but I don't feel physically old. And I can do more things now physically than I could when I was 20. I'm definitely fitter and stronger, definitely mentally tougher and wiser. So how do you make that happen? So regardless of how old you are, how do you make sure that you wake up every single day with a stack of energy? And the really interesting thing is that people talk about exercise and they talk about healthy eating and anti-aging and then all the nutritional supplementation things that people do to stay young and fit and strong. But what if it had to be basic? What if you didn't have any money to spend on nutritional supplementation for a start? What if you didn't have any time to exercise? What if you could make it, and that's what people do, don't they? They make excuses for, I can't be fit and strong because I haven't got time, or I haven't got enough money, or I don't like it. Well, the first thing I think that we all have to understand or accept is that if I don't stay fit and strong, I'm going to waste away. I'm going to get weak and frail and old and fat, or weak and frail and old and inactive and unable to do or live my life. And I just refuse that. So for me, exercise is not coming out to this lake and we've just walked around for over an hour. We've run up and down hills, that we bring the dogs out here on a regular basis. To me, that's not exercise, that's just great recreation. I get really fit and strong and stay fit and strong so I can do stuff like that. I can spend 8 hours in my garden digging and shoveling and lifting and carrying. But to me, that's not exercise either, because I get fit and strong and stay fit and strong so that I can do that. So how do you get fit and how do you get strong so you can live your life the way you want to live it and be able to be active and do all the things that you want to do? And it's a very simple answer. I've been an exercise professional all of my life, and it perplexes me how complicated people make the human body and how it functions. They make it so complicated and so hard. It's really simple. To get fit, you've got to get puffed. You've got to overload your muscles and bones and your heart and lungs. But to overload your heart and lungs, you have to have strong muscles and bones. So they go together. To get fit, you've got to get strong or be strong. So what's the quickest way to do that? What's the easiest way to do that? What's the least amount of exercise you have to do, or the least amount of activity, or the least amount of something to make sure that you stay fit and strong? And as I've gotten older, that's where it's become really exciting, because I used to get caught up with all the fads and the fashion and what people were saying and what people were doing. But it's really simple. To get fit, you've got to get puffed. And the only system in your body that allows you to get fit at 100% capacity, 100% effort, the shortest period of time, is the phosphate system, which is only 10 seconds. So to be able to come out to this beautiful place and be able to hike around, literally some days we hike for hours, the only way to do that is to do 10 seconds of intense activity to be really fit. But you can't do 10 seconds of intense activity if you're not really strong. But to get strong, you've got to work at 100% as well to overload your muscles and bones. So it's a simple process of lifting something in a 10-second period, which is 5, 6, maybe 7 repetitions of an exercise at the absolute most, doing a really big exercise to get really big results. I can't understand why people do silly little exercises that waste your time and hurt your joints when you can do 1, 2, maximum 3 exercises. So as an old lady who's very fit and very strong, and I feel like I'm getting fitter and stronger, my exercise program has gotten shorter and shorter and shorter and harder and more intense, which means I'm lifting heavy and I'm getting puffed, lifting heavy and getting puffed, maintaining fast twitch muscle fibers, maintaining mental strength, just maintaining an amazing life. Now, I would love everybody to live like that, so I'm just going to share that with you. If you want to live your life to the max, you've got to be fit and you've got to be strong. And then you can be young for all of your life, whether you are 14 or 44 or, and I believe, 104, because I've met people that are 104 who are still healthy, fit and strong and living their life to the max. So why not you? How about you live your life to the max? Because I am. Look at this. Woohoo!